In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to place your assembled drawing, your presentation drawing, the balloons, and the parts list on the drawing sheet. So the first thing I'm going to place is my presentation file. And I've opened each of them, and that'll make it easier when I go to place them into my drawing. So I'm going to start off with my base view, and I'm going to start off with my IPN, which is my presentation file. I'm going to go to an ISO top right, which was the orientation it was when I created it on the presentation file, and I'm going to scale it down so that it fits. All right, for this, you want to make sure that the hidden lines are removed and that the shading is not checked. So you want to make sure that the shading is off. All right, we'll click OK, and that will create this view on the drawing. From there, I'll click OK, and then I'm going to highlight the red box around the object and move that up into my screen. I'm next going to place my assembly file, which in my drop-down menu is already highlighted. For this one, I'm also going to do an isometric view. Depending on how big your car is and how much room you need, you might need to scale it down to quarter scale, and you're going to use the shaded option with hidden line removed. And so we'll click OK, and then right click and hit OK again, and then move this over to the corner. Now if you need multiple views of your car, you can just go to a different isometric orientation, leaving everything else as is, and click that in place. Now if you forgot to shade or you have hidden lines on there or anything like that, if you highlight the object, making sure that the red box shows up, you can right click and choose Edit View, and then make any changes to anything you've already done except for the view orientation. So if you need to change the scale or change the style, you can do that. All right, from there, I'm going to create my parts list. So I'm going to slide over to my annotation tab, and I'm going to click on parts list. It's going to ask me which view I want to create the parts list from, and it doesn't really matter because they're all the same object, but I'm just going to stay consistent, choose my presentation file, and so I should be able to just click on that and then click OK, and then I have my parts list and I want to snap it up to this corner. All right. You can then drag the object smaller so that it doesn't take up so much space. Then I'm going to go through and do my balloons. So here's my balloons button. And what you're going to do is just kind of zoom in, and you want your balloons to be around the object and you want them to be touching the edge. So on the peg, I'm going to click near the edge, drag out, click, and then right click and hit continue. And then I'll go near the edge of my magnet, bring that out, click, right click, and hit continue. And you'll notice that your items are all numbered. So here I have 9 items. So when I get all done, I should be able to count 9 balloons. So I'll just quickly go through and add my balloons, click, right click, hit continue. Click, right click, hit continue. And you only have to do each object once. So we have 4 wheels. I only need to label 1 wheel. We have 4 pegs, 2 linkage arms, and that. So I'll zoom out, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The last step would be to fill out your title block. So we can hit cancel, go to our title block, and do edit field text, and then put in our class. And your school, your name's going to show up automatically. The drawing title, this is going to be your train car assembly. Scale we'll leave blank because we might have 2 different scales, and then we'll click OK. And that is how we complete the drawing view. We'll save that to your H drive and then wait for further instructions.